Okay, so this is a short tutorial on my idea about replacing the broken head on an Eagle Eyes Action Man using fairly basic tools, and instead of going with the black elastic or the white elastic that some people use, haberdashery elastic, I'm going to use a cable tie. Not a big cable tie, quite a small one, not particularly big, so as you can see it's quite a small one. It's nice and long, which is what makes the difference. So I'm going to use that to replace the head back on the body. It's not the recommended way to do it, but it's just an idea to try and see if it is a better job than the elasticated version, or if it's not as good. So we'll see. Okay, I'll show you the next step now in the next piece of video. Forgot to say, as you can see, that's the plastic retainer clip that came out of the Action Man. Just fell to bits, and it literally is very, very brittle. It just literally falls to pieces. So I'm sure they didn't design it that way, but that's the way it's gone. So yeah, that came out quite easily using these pliers. Just pulled straight out. Didn't. If it does fall to pieces, literally just shake it out of the hole at the top of the body, and that comes out quite quick. Okay, so I'll show you the next part now, how to put the cable tie into the neck. So I've seen a few tutorials on how to remove the neck post from the head of a Eagle Eye Action Man, people using screwdrivers and whatever to try and pull it out, and it causes too much damage as far as I'm concerned. I've tried it a couple of times, and I wasn't very happy with the results because it scarred and scored the inside of the neck post and also stretched the neck a little bit. So this has been standing in boiling water now for about, well, very, very, very hot water for about a minute. And I used this, which is a very large paper clip, which I've straightened one end and then bent the end over. I've seen people using crochet hooks to do this job, but that's all I've used is that piece of metal. Paper clip, a large one, which I bent over on the end. And what I do then is I take the head out of the water and pop the paper clip into the hole in the large section there, into the groove that's in the back there, and just give it a tug, and it comes straight out. It's really easy. When it's nice and hot, doesn't cause any damage to the head, gets a bit wet inside, but that's about it. And it really, really works and doesn't cause any damage at all, so I'm very pleased with that. So I'll show you the next stage now. Okay, so the final part of this video, putting the head back on this Eagle Eye Action Man, and the idea is now is to take this cable tie and put it through the hole at the top of the neck post like this. And if you notice, I bent over the cable tie just like this, so I'll explain that. So you can see at the top there now, that's quite a substantial sized connector there, which won't go through that slot, so that's quite firm there. So the idea is now you bend that over, push that through the neck hole till it goes in, and then as it clicks, pull it back out, so that's gone right through. The idea is then work the cable down, cable tied down, it's long enough to come back up the hole inside the neck post. Make sure it's the right way round, and then you push the end of the cable tie into its slot, and then you tighten the cable tie till it's firm, not too tight, tight enough just to keep it in place so it swivels. I need to adjust it slightly a couple of times just to make sure it stays on. Once that's on tight, then you just trim it off like that, take the head, and then you push it on till it clicks, like that, and that's the head firmly on. Now you've got perfect side to side movement. stays in place where it should. It slides quite nicely on the post there, and it does move a little bit. It doesn't quite move as far back and forth as it would if it had the elastic. So there is a case where the elastic is slightly better, but for normal everyday use where it's not going to be moved around too much, this is pretty good just to hold it in place. So yeah, that's it. Better quality cable ties will sometimes do a better job as well, because sometimes these cheap little cable ties, they will slip. But it means that you can get them off. You're not stuck with them on. They can be removed. So yeah, that's it. Okay, hope you like it.